What you see right now looks impossible like magic, but it's actually science. Telekinesis, invisibility, shape-shifting. Science makes anything possible, like this first trick. I've now mastered the power of telekinesis, where I can control anything with my mind. I'm gonna crush this soda can. Although what I said is true, this trick actually works due to a concept called atmospheric pressure. Air on Earth has pressure constantly pushing onto the can, but the air inside is also pushing back. When you add a splash of hot water inside an empty can, it replaces all the air inside with steam. And when we slam the can upside down into cold water, that steam instantly shrinks back into a tiny water droplet. This creates an empty vacuum with zero outward pressure to defend against the atmosphere, thus crushing the can instantly. And this is just one of the many crazy tricks I'll be revealing in this video. This trick uses my favorite thing, fire! But where is the fire? It's actually right here. Ooh, look, magic. How are these things burning? You can see that there's nothing here. Well, there actually is, you just can't see it. But if you come closer, you can actually see the plate is bubbling, and that's where the fire is lit. So most flames you see burning at yellow or orange color because they create tiny leftover soup particles while they burn. And that's what makes fire visible. But this flame is different, not like the other ones. The fuel source is hand sanitizer. And hand sanitizer is mostly made of ethanol, which is alcohol. The alcohol flame actually burns a slight blue color. And when you shine a normal blue light over it, it becomes camouflage. So from your angle, the flame looks invisible. But this flame is more dangerous than real fire because you can't see it. So you can't fight what you can't see. For this next trick, all you need are some homemade styrofoam cards and a mysterious liquid, which I'll reveal to you at the end. Was that swag? Nice. Pour the liquid into the bowl because we'll need it for the trick. Now watch the magic happen. I'm gonna make this card disappear. You see the card, right? Boom. Now, just wave my magic. All right. And for the review. The card is gone. Where did it go?
Clap, 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 clap.
Clap. There's literally nothing in here, but that's just from your angle. Come look from my point of view. If you see carefully, the card is actually in there, but just completely dissolved. So here's the trick. It's actually basic science. This is the 2-diamond card. By the way, we almost have 2 diamond play buttons, so hit subscribe. This card is actually made of styrofoam, and the mysterious liquid, it's acetone. Watch what happens when I dip the styrofoam into the acetone. Look at that. It immediately starts bubbling. This is because the acetone is actually an organic dissolvent and it's breaking the bonds in the styrofoam. Ta-da! It's gone, just like your dad. Later, we'll be learning the skills of invisibility and even shape-shifting. For this trick, all you need is a can of your favorite soda and some water. Normally, if your hand is dry and you have a can on top, as soon as you tilt your hand, the can falls. Now, to perform the trick, just get your hands wet. Nice and wet, all right? Dripping. We want it drippy, bruh. Now I'm gonna perform magic and make the can stick to my hand as we slide the can on top of my hand. Magic is starting to happen. Watch as I defy gravity with the power of science. And there's no glue at all because it comes right off. So here's how the trick works. When you place a can over your palm, air gets trapped at the bottom where there is a gap between the palm and the can. And we're gonna use that air to make a vacuum. In this case, water acts as the seal. When the hand is dry, air leaks out. But when the hand is wet, water traps the air in between your hand and the can. So this creates a vacuum and it sucks the can to your hand. Look at that. But the effect ends as soon as you get a tiny leak in your seal. So, you're done. On to the next trick. For this trick, all you need is a tea bag and a lighter, and you can make it look like you're defying gravity. First, let's just empty out the tea bag. After you empty out your bag, just stick the finger in the hole, go in and out both sides until you make a tube like this so it can stand up on its own. Now watch the magic happen. fly. How is this possible? So this uses a principle similar to how hot air balloons work. So as the tea bag burns, the air inside is getting hotter, and that hot air is lighter than normal air, which makes the tea bag fly. This just goes to show there's always an explanation behind magic. But how do you explain this next trick? For this next trick, I'm becoming an avatar, and I'm gonna bend water with a comb and a cloth. And the first step is to give it a good rubbing. Really work it. And now you have charged your brush, and you'll start feeling a weird air around the comb. And that's static electricity. When I rub these together, the cloth gives off some of its electrons to the comb. Now the brush has a massive negative charge, creating an invisible force field around it. Here we go, watch the magic happen. Oh, dude, I'm bending water, look at this. Yo, look at that, that's crazy. Oh, look at that. It's like the water is attracted to the comb. Oh, look at this. It's insane. Some of the water is literally flying upwards. You can do the same thing with balloons as well. Just give it a good rub, charge up the balloon. When you rub the items, it gives them a negative charge. Water molecules have a positive charge. And since opposites attract, and that's why the water bends to the objects. Look at that. I pull it closer, it bends towards the balloon. It's almost like a magnet for the water. The key to this trick really is kind of a life lesson. When you're preparing for the trick, just don't rub too hard or you might explode too early. Now let's pop into the next trick. For this next trick, all you need is a balloon and an orange. I'll tell you how to use the orange later, but first, let's blow up the balloon. I got the best mouth in town. Now I'm gonna just rub my lucky orange. Just feel the texture, feel the little bumps on there. Just feel it, really feel it. Now watch the magic happen. Oh, the power I hold in these little fingers. But the real power is in science. So there are actually two secrets happening at the same time. First, let's set up the balloons. It's not just one, it's actually two balloons. And we put one inside the other. Make sure you leave out just the tip of the inner balloon. Blow it up nice and big. And here comes the science. I didn't rub the orange for pleasure. I didn't enjoy any of it. The peel of the orange actually contains a reactive chemical called limonene. It's the same chemical that gives the orange that strong citrusy smell when you peel them. And the balloon is made of a stretchy rubber material. But the limonene chemically breaks down rubber. So as soon as my fingers, covered with limonene, touches the balloon, it instantly pops. And it looks like the balloon instantly changed colors. Let's move on to the next experiment. For this next trick, you need three things: a bottle, a rope, and some tin foil. So I'm gonna try to make this rope defy gravity. First, I'm gonna show you what happens if you put the rope inside the bottle and then flip it upside down. Ready? It falls out. I don't know if you expected something different, but now I'm gonna channel my inner chi and try that again. All right, ready? I'm gonna put the rope in. To be honest, I always have a little trouble getting it in, but it's about persistence. Just keep trying. Now, when you flip it upside down, watch what happens. The rope is not falling out. I can even shake it. Shake it off, shake it off. Look, it's defying gravity. This trick requires the skill of sleight of hand, and you can learn that in my magic tricks video. Watch it after this one. But once we take the rope out, flip the bottle around, there's actually a tinfoil ball. So when I'm sliding in the rope for the second time, I actually have the tinfoil ball in my hand. And I slip it in secretly right before I put in the rope. So when I flip the bottle upside down, the tinfoil ball actually wedges itself between the rope and the wall of the bottle. And this friction is what prevents the rope from sliding out. And when I go to reveal the rope, I flip the bottle upside down, take out the rope, and it looks like nothing was done to the rope. You can even give it to the audience. Little do they know, the secret's right in here. I like tricks that defy gravity, so here's another one. All you need is some water and a card. I'm a real magician. So first pour in the water into the cup, fill it up right to the edge. Yo! Perfectly edged that. Now because I have the hands of a magician, first I'm gonna slide the card over the top right here. And because I have steady hands, watch what happens when I place this banana man on top. Oh! He's floating! And we're gonna give him a friend. Oh, so romantic. This trick works because of the power of friendship. Too bad you can't perform it because you have no friends. Let's see if the card can balance a Coke bottle. Oh! Yo! Bro! It looks like it shouldn't be possible. This works thanks to physics. So the card won't balance when the cup is empty. Watch what happens when I slide this card over an empty cup. The card stays still, but can it balance this can? No, obviously not. That's not how gravity works, unless you add water. Now, here's where it gets interesting. It only works if we fill up the cup with water right to the edge. Water molecules stick to each other, creating surface tension, like a stretched skin on top of the water. And when I slide the card on top, the water grabs onto the card and pulls it down, acting as a counterweight for the items I place on top. But if you break the tension by moving the card or putting on too much weight, everything just collapses. Let's move on to the next trick. In front of me, I have 3 cups, and I'm gonna fill one of them with water. So I'm gonna start mixing around these cups, and you have to keep track where the cup with the water is. Ready? Keep your eyes peeled. All right, where's the cup with the water? This one? Well, you are correct. Now, it's gonna get harder. Try one more time. Keep track of the cup with the water. Which is a cup with the water? This one? You're actually right, because the water is right here. One last time. It will be the hardest one yet. It's gonna get faster. Keep track. You got this? Where is the cup with the water? This one. Are you sure? Okay, all right. There's no water there. Now, which of these 2 cups has the water? You have a 50-50 chance. This one, huh? Are you sure? There's no water. Now, this has to have the water, right? There's only 3 cups, but here's the trick. There's no water in here either, because I'm a magician, but other magicians hate me because I'm revealing all the secrets. The secret is actually hidden in here. That's where the water is. If you look really closely, this is our water. So for this trick, all you need is a diaper. Now cut it open and collect the white stuff inside. This is a liquid absorbing material that can absorb 600 times its own weight in water. So when you put water on it, it actually becomes a solid. Look at that. So to perform the trick, just put the white stuff in one of the cups. And when you finally pour water into that cup, the diaper material will absorb the water, turning it into a solid that sticks to the cup. So when you flip it upside down, it will look like the water has disappeared. For this next trick, you'll need some baking soda and vinegar. I'm gonna make an invisible fire extinguisher using science. Got the fire right here. And the first step is to add the baking soda to the cup. Let's light the fire. Now pour in your vinegar. And then cover the top. Pay attention. I'm not gonna blow, okay? My mouth will be shut. Here we go. Gonna let this out and it will blow out the fire. Did you see that? We can actually take this experiment and make it even bigger. But first, we have to understand how it works. A normal fire extinguisher removes the oxygen from the fire. And this experiment does the same thing using carbon dioxide. When you mix together baking soda and vinegar, they create carbon dioxide gas. And carbon dioxide gas is heavier than normal air. And with the paper, I'm trapping all the gas inside the glass. So when I let the gas out, it actually flows over the fire, pushes the oxygen away, extinguishing the flame. So now, let's go bigger, because bigger is always better. Actually, not always, not always. For some people, smaller is better. Anyway, let's try the experiment. Baking soda in all of it. How many candles do you think it will blow out? 6 or 7? And this time, to prove that I'm not blowing, I'm gonna tape my mouth. For this trick, you'll need a glass cup and some mystery liquid. It's thick and sticky. You'll find out what it is in a little bit. So you've seen me break a lot of things in previous videos. Well, now I'm a changed man. I'm all about restoration. Remember, always wear protection. This will be the last thing I break. One last break. Bruh, it's an indestructible cup. Wrong video. Okay, here we go. I'm not scared at all. Man, now I have the broken glass. Here's the magic. I'm gonna pour the broken glass into the magical repair liquid, and you'll see the magic already starting to work. It's bubbling, and that means it's working. So this liquid has magical properties. It's able to turn anything broken back into one piece. Are you ready? Now, let's retrieve the repaired cup. Ta-da! We've now restored the cup back into one piece. And to find out how this trick works, we must go back to before we started filming. Hello, future Hafu. So this trick relies on a ton of this magic liquid that's called glycerin. And we're gonna fill up our glass tank with this magic liquid. So pour it in. Look at that. Oh, there's some black stuff. What the heck is that? What we need to do is we need to fill up this tank higher than our glass cup. So as we fill up our tank, you can see the glass is slowly disappearing. And this is because glycerin and glass have similar refractive indexes. That means light passes through them in the same way. So as we fully submerge our glass, you can see it just completely disappears. And then the trick is all about performance. After you smash the glass, so you'll spread the broken glass on the sides, and you really gotta sell your performance here. In life, it's all about the sale. Channel your inner Wolf of Wall Street. Sell it, really sell it. And to restore, just pick up the glass that you hid originally. For my final trick, I'm gonna make this mysterious black liquid come alive. Watch the magic happen. It's alive! Oh my gosh. Look at the spiky creature that just formed. It's wiggling around. It's even moving. The further it gets, the bigger the spikes become. Look at that, it's so big. So the trick is, there's actually a magnet underneath. So this is a powerful neodymium magnet covered entirely with ferrofluid. And the ferrofluid creates a gel-like bouncy surface on the magnet. So when you put ferrofluid directly on the magnet, it floats around like a hockey puck on ice. The friction is extremely low because the ferrofluid is creating a barrier between the magnet and the surface. And this creates a magical effect when you place it on top of a piece of paper. The magnet becomes the smoothest marker in the world. Look at that. Basically becomes the perfect writing tool. And the lines it creates are very smooth as well. And that was all drawn with ferrofluid. So using ferrofluid, I actually made the world's smoothest pen. I'm gonna just do this. As messy as it is, you are able to contain the ferrofluid within a bottle. And now that you trapped it, it's your pet. And your leash is a magnet. So listen to your every command as long as you have a magnet. It's almost like an alien blob you get to control. You move the ferrofluid in the middle onto the nail, and you put the 2 magnets at the side. It's almost like a vortex. This is basically real life venom because it almost looks like it has a mind of its own, especially when it's falling. You can make it go up the nail, so it's like climbing a tree. You can split it up. Now you have 2. This is so cool. I could do this all day. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And this is why science is the closest thing we have to real magic. If you like this video, click here to watch more science experiments and click here to watch a video that YouTube thinks you'll love. Some behind the scenes for you guys. Ferrofluid is extremely messy. Every time it looks like a crime scene afterwards.